All right, well let's play some FF14, shall we? Hello everybody, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna continue our goal of doing all the quests. So yeah, that'll be fun. If you're new here and you haven't done so yet, be sure to follow. If you want to see more from me or just want to hang out, be sure to join the Discord via the link in chat or the link down in the description. If you want to support the stream, help it grow, and help us achieve our goal of replacing my currently busted-ass mouse and keyboard, be sure to subscribe. Subscribers also gain access to the special subscriber channels, as well as other privileges, such as being able to watch the stream without ads. All that being said, yeah, let's hop right in. Oh, okay, I see. Damn. I was hoping that, like, Ippo was actually fighting, like, historical boxers, but then again, that show takes place in the 80s. That's a bit after Marciano. And a bit before Balboa, I think. Also, Rocky Balboa is not a real person, so...
Say, whatever happened to that guy who we thought was dating his sister? Or, well, trying to do something with his sister?
Bro...
What?
Okay,
What?
So what happened with him was that... What happened with him is that he tried to reunite with his sister and got an axe to the chest for it. I fucking murdered his ass. Because his idea of, I want to reunite with my sister is I'm going to pretend to be a guy who's into my sister.
Oh, that guy.
What a fucking genius. Like, I get, that's a sad story, but that guy's a moron. I'm not some guy from a movie. Yeah, okay. I know, I remember there was a show Bill Burr did somewhere. I don't know if it was like Chicago or what, but like, wherever Rocky Balboa is set, he fucking roasted an entire city. Because like, basically the crowd was being cantankerous and shit, and he just roasted the city. And one of the things he talked about was like how embarrassing it is that they have a statue of Rocky Balboa in their town, who's not even a real person. Which I thought was really funny. I gotta find that sometime. It's a fucking famous moment. Cause it's like the anti-Kramer. Don't let him beat you, Kramer. Level 10.
I'm logging on now, but I was finishing the s'mores Pop-Tart that I had toasted. It's real good.
Ah. This is what a cornfield looks like, honey. Mmm. Alright, now to unite the soup crew. Friends list. I will invite Pansy and Miku. Alright, where's my first stop? Because now we actually got to do hunting log. I'm behind on quests for my Conjurer. Actually, what level is Call of the Sea? Level 15, yeah, okay. I mean, Columbo, yeah, but I don't know where he is. If it's LA, then... I'm guessing LA audiences were nicer to Bill Burr. Alright, we gotta go to Central Shroud, Green Tier, to go hunt down some Chigos. Which sounds... Oh, go on.
I don't know why it says Final Fantasy XIV Online. Is there a non-online version?
Nope.
Then why do they have to call it online?
To let people know that it's online. So the people who want a single-player game don't buy it and get confused. They did the same thing with 11, but I think with 14, yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. Basically, the way that there was a point in time where every Final Fantasy game was planned in development as a numbered title and then released as such. But there came a period of time where there were so many games in development that whatever got finished first had the number slapped on it and would become the next entry. Like, I think it's like 11 onwards. 11 was actually developed as the 11th entry from the beginning, but games afterwards constantly ran into that, where it's like, alright, this is Final Fantasy Versus 13, let's just slap 15 on the title so that people know.
Oh, ooh,
there's no difference
so
between spin-offs and...
you know that new Final Fantasy game? I forgot what it's called, but it had that one PS5 demo. Which one was it?
I don't know. You'll have to ask one of the 3 people that own PS5s. That'd probably be 16. Was it the one where the main character was like a white dude? And like listened to Limp Bizkit?
Final Fantasy XVI.
Oh, that's 16.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's 16. No, there was one. Yeah, that's 16. I don't know anything about 16 other than like its main story is racism, or based around racism, and the combat's really good.
from Final Fantasy 16 got into Tekken 8.
Okay. I mean, Noctis was in 7, so...
I don't know who that is.
He was the... have you ever played Tekken 7?
No, I haven't played a single Tekken game besides Tag 2.
Okay, well, Noctis is the... he's the main character from Final Fantasy 15. So it looks like they're just rolling it forward. Right. Next stop is Central Shroud to go fight and kill Ichigo, which sounds bad. Sounds like a bad word that I shouldn't say. Columbus, Ohio.
Oh boy.
But yeah, Noctis was the main character of 15, and he was in 7. And to the point, like, that's always weird. Like, could you imagine being the guy who mains the crossover character? Like in the fighting game, not in like the Smash Brothers, because in Smash Bros, you know, like every character's a crossover character, but like being the poor bastard that's like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking Negan main. Here comes Tekken 8, where that character is probably not going to be in. Just I think that's a sad place to be. That's all.
My favorite announcer is the one from Tekken 4.
Yeah. I'd have to play that to know. Because, yeah, like, you don't have any guarantee that the character's going to come back in the next game. Like, I knew a lot of people that mained Ezio in Soul Calibur... I think it was Soul Calibur 5. Yeah, a lot of people mained Ezio, and then he just never came back after that. I mean, they had Geralt in 2B and in 6. Thought those were pretty good choices.
Well, hey, as long as you like Heihachi, Jin, or Kazuya, you know that they'll be coming back.
Yeah.
Unless they finally kill one of them off forever.
I mean, you know, here's the thing, and I gotta talk about this, like, you can kill off characters and still have them in the roster. They don't need to be alive to be in the roster. I don't know why they try to play by that rule. It's like, oh, we don't have Heihachi in this game, he's dead. Like, okay, well, he should still be playable at least, right? Because we're not exactly reenacting a narrative here. Yeah, I have the mindset that the story and the roster should be separate from each other. I mean, Mario's dead, but he's probably still going to be in the next Smash Brothers.
Huh?
Mario is dead, but he's still going to be in the next Smash Brothers.
What do you mean he's dead?
He died when they unreleased that 3D. We went over this last stream, man.
No, we didn't.
We totally did. I said the same thing, and you went, no, he's not. What are you talking about? And I said there was a joke that people made on Twitter that when the 3D collection, when the 3D All-Stars collection unreleases, Mario is dead. He'll die. And that was the joke. Like, everyone, when that unreleased, everyone on Twitter was just like, oh man, Mario died today. What a shame.
And who the fuck am I playing as in Mario Wonder?
Yeah, it's almost like that Mario Wonder isn't canon.
Oh. Man, that means the Flower Kingdom isn't canon.
Yeah, well, how come every other kingdom is cooler than the Mushroom Kingdom?
Oh, there's a level in Mario Wonder. So, like, okay, so the Mario Wonder map, it has a big giant Bowser castle. Bowser literally turns into a castle in that game. It has a big giant Bowser castle, and it has, like, a little hub world. There's a level that takes place in front of the castle, and when you play it, it kind of has this actually kind of dark music, and you can see Castle Bowser in the background.
I like how they've been kind of attempting to make Bowser scary again.
Mario Bros.
It's good to see that they're trying to make Bowser scary again. It's nice. And to be fair, he wasn't really... I mean, he was scary in the original because, like, it was an NES game and he was a unique sprite, and that's really all you need to be, like, scary. He was, like, He also was, like, you could clearly tell what he was at a glance. He looked like Gamera. Mario wonder if he's still alive. Oh, come on, game. Alright, I'll go around. Oh, yeah, and fucking the end of... I actually do want to play World in Yoshi's Island. But I really love how like the end boss in Yoshi's Island is like you just see Bowser approaching in the distance, like he's fucking Godzilla. It's great.
Dude, the music for that is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I know Bowser's furry tried to make him like scarier, which I thought was pretty neat.
I just made him more metal.
Hey TJ, how you doing, man?
I just blue screened.
Oh, hey, that's been happening to me too for some reason. Maybe like you're on Windows 10 as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's like maybe the new update fucked shit up or something because I kept like oftentimes when I use my anti-cheat or when I boot up a game with anti-cheat, it fucking blue screens for me. Mario, wonder if he's still out there. Alright, Aethernet, let's go to Migeto's Amphitheater. There we go.
Okay.
We
gotta
have...
send a level of the, that level I was talking about with Bowser in the background. I sent a little playthrough of it in Soup Chat, so if you want to see my husband lingering in the background, you can see that.
Alright. I actually really like. I know this is a hot take. I actually really like that Mario movie. The new one.
What Mario movie?
The new one. Yeah, not the OG one. But no, the one with all the badly casted voice actors and stuff. Other than all the characters being the wrong voice actors, and every single time they like that's something that those movies should stop doing. Like, if you're gonna cast the wrong people, don't have the old voice actor in as a cameo, because the moment they open their mouth, I'm gonna be like, oh, you should have had him play the character. Like, in the beginning of the Mario movie, there's this, like, relative or friend of Mario who actually has...
Okay, I know what scene this is. He's playing the original Donkey Kong in the Punch-Out Pizzeria.
Uh-huh.
And he likes the commercial that Mario and Luigi made.
Yeah, and, like, he opens his mouth, and you're just like, oh, that's Mario. That's the real Mario. I'm watching an imposter.
Like, he even jumps like the classic Mario sprite in the movie at the end, I think.
Watch the movie in any other language than English. Damn. Well, that's the thing. Mario speaks English with an Italian accent to me.
And just watch it in Italian.
Is it Mario's Italian? Is it Mario's actual voice actor, or is it just the Italian voice actor?
Italian.
Well, then...
I think.
I want to hear Mario's voice come out of... Regardless. Miscasting aside, I like the movie. Because, like, when the character already has a voice actor, you don't need to change it. A voice actor is a voice actor, it's fine.
Well, did you want to bring back the Bowser voice actor from Super Mario Sunshine?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Like, even he was bad in Super Mario Sunshine, but get the proper voice direction and he'll be okay. Like, voice actors are rarely bad so much as just bad. There's just bad voice direction. Hold on. Mario Sunshine Bowser voice. Let's see who plays him. Scott.
Mario, how dare you disturb our family vacation?
Scott Burns, voice actor. What is he? Who else does he play? Because I'm sure he voices a bunch of characters that are decent. He voices Toadsworth. Oh wow, no, that is just Bowser's VA. Like he is Bowser's VA in the same way that he is Bowser's VA in the same way that like the guy who plays Mario is Mario's voice actor. So yeah, I think the guy who voices Bowser should have voiced Bowser. Because he's him in a bunch of games, not just Sunshine.
He actually talks, like, he actually says words in Sunshine. And don't give me that, well, he talks in Super Mario Galaxy bullcrap, because that's just him muttering. Unless I hear him say actual words and speak full sentences, I don't count it. However,
yeah,
he does say actual words and speak full sentences in Sunshine, so
I think it's a good voice direction issue, because here's the thing, Jack Black does not fucking sound like Bowser. Like, even if he was doing a good Bowser voice, then I would be like, yo, awesome, but he doesn't sound like Bowser to me. He sounds like Jack Black doing a voice. But regardless, I like that movie. It's very fun. I think for the kind of character Mario is in that movie, I think what's his name does a good enough job. Chris Pratt. Was it Chris Pratt? Yeah. Chris Pratt.
Yeah, the guy.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, the guy in the new Electric State movie.
Oh God! Don't even get me started.
I watched that video like one time during the gym. We had like a free time, and the gym teacher was like, "Yeah, you guys can be on your phones." So I just decided, you know what? I want to hear Alex rant. So I watched that video.
Aw. Thank you.
And
I thought you were gonna be like, I thought you were gonna be like, I put it on for the class. I am not watchable in a classroom environment. I remember I would put on game trailers for games I was excited for, and I realized that a lot of those game trailers are like heavily R-rated. Man, like you put on a trailer for Doom in front of a class, people get really concerned. Like, wow, that's really violent. Like, yeah, sorry.
No, but I'm deeply disturbed by that movie because from what I heard about the book, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie does not look anything like the book.
At all? No. It's
It looks like it's setting up to be an action movie and not a road trip movie.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would love to see a game adaptation of the Electric State because it'd probably play a lot like Far Lone Sales, but with a van. But no, it's yeah, no, it's not the Electric State. I think my video title summed it up pretty well. Like, this is just not what this is. The part where my brain shorted out was when she's like, robots lost their rights, and I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? What do you mean robots? Like, what? Because there's no AI in the Electric State. It's
I actively felt the secondhand anger and disappointment dripping off you, and I've never read the original book.
You should.
But from what I've heard and from the pictures I've seen, that movie gets it so wrong. Oh.
It was really funny. It just, I'm like, when I saw Chris Pratt, I'm just like, who is he playing? Because there's two male characters in the Electric State. One is CIA agent that is trying to murder a child, and the other is priest who puts girl through gay conversion therapy. Those are your two male characters in the Electric State. Your options are very limited.
I also hate how you pointed out how in the trailer itself the movie spoils the twist.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you for showing all of Spain my video, Ghost. Anyways, well, do you plan to keep me in suspense? I must have a chocobo for my very... What's this? They told you nothing of her material desires. Ugh, the stubbornness of these Gridanians is infuriating, and I should have known better than to hire a buffoon for such delicate work. To think the amount of gil I have wasted on this fruitless venture. Oh, cease your mewling. I promised you a reward, and reward you shall have. Now leave me to my misfortune. Alrighty. Gold. There we go. Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, I was, that video was very fun to make. I'm pretty proud of it. I like how he was able to include all the footage of, like, all the fan animated projects that are just complete. Oh, I thought this person was Miku when I was following her around. Oopsie.
How could you following it? How could you be
because
following an impersonator?
She looks like you, but she's a dragon lady, and she has pink hair. So she's Teto, I guess. Lukalot at Bent Branch Meadows wishes you to procure fence-building materials from Diremites. Greetings, sir. You have the distinct air of an adventurer. Might I trouble you for some assistance? In recent days, a heartless cad has been sneaking into the ranch to scare our chocobos. The poor birds are in a state of constant unease, wondering when the next fright will come. It is my hope that extending the fencing will help to keep the intruder out. To that end, could I ask you to procure some strands of diamite web? They make for a surprisingly sturdy construction material. You should be able to obtain the web from the diamites themselves. There are usually a few to be found roaming the land around the ranch. 6 strands should be sufficient. Later, sir, later. I have other work to do. Where the heart is, lavender beds. Alright, we're gonna go check out some of the player housing. But yeah, no, that trailer hurt my soul. It was very hard to watch. Just, yeah. I also felt like I'm actually really happy at the turnout for that video, though, because like there were a lot of people who were like, "Oh man, I need to read this book," and I'm like, "Yes, please do." It's a picture book. You can get it at your local library. books are kind of free, so get them. Get them, get them. Now, where the hell is this? This would be... Oh, just south of here. Okay. Someone get me out of here. All right. Yeah, I like the new D&D movie, too. Like, I don't know. Recent video game films haven't been bad, for the most part. Oh, no, what am I talking about? Some recent video game movies have been good. Others have been very bad. The Borderlands movie is like... I remember when I heard about the Borderlands movie, I'm like, well, it better be animated. And it's like, it's not animated. I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore. And that was the end of it for me. Because, like, Borderlands is known for two things. Being cringe and having a really good art style. And if you gotta copy one and leave the other behind. Like, Tales from the Borderlands did a really good job of just, like, let's just take this cool art style and world and let's have good writing instead of bad writing this time. And it was an innovative choice to make a game with good writing, but I think it worked out for them in the end. They hit the good writing button, not the bad writing button. I loved it. No. I love describing game design that way.
Oh, I actually took away 68 my health because I thought an invisible wall was going to stop me, but apparently the devs decided, yeah, you can jump down there, dumbass.
Will you be joining us today for 14?
I'm already on the game.
Oh, are you?
Oh, I didn't accept the invite. Hang on, let me
I didn't. Don't worry, I didn't send it.
Oh.
Let me send you an invite. Watch the blood get spilled.
I'm going to play something right now.
All right. I just didn't. Yeah. Okay. I started watching the Sonic movie, but then I hit some product placement and just turned it off. So.
What product placement?
They mentioned Baskin Robbins in like the first 15 minutes of the movie, and that was enough for me. I was really hoping. I don't know. I just like. I watch so many movies that don't have that shit. When I run into it, I'm just like, ew. Get that out of here.
Now, do I like the Sonic movie? Yeah. But the Sonic movie is like, it's like Crash Bandicoot. For what it was at the time, thank you. Yes, that's a good movie. And just like with Crash Bandicoot, wow, that's a good game. But when...
Wait. Are you implying that Crash Bandicoot has not aged perfectly?
I liked the first game, but I played a little bit of the second game, and I was like, oh, no, I like this more.
Yeah, the second one's really good.
I like the second Sonic movie. I like the second Sonic movie more than the first movie.
So can I just skip the first movie?
Well, if you're all right with not knowing who Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady is, yeah.
All right, I don't know who either of those people are, but if that's their names, I want to know more about them. I should probably just tough it out.
Nicknames. You know, it's nicknames that Sonic came up with them.
I've actually been watching some videos because I guess I'm just reverting back to my teenage years. I've been watching like top 10 videos and stuff, and I watched a video today about a really good video actually about resets in games, about sequel resets. You know how like in every new Metroid game, like Samus trips and loses all of her upgrades from the last game.
Yeah, I think I've seen that video. It talks about how it's good and also bad. Doesn't it go over how in God of War 2?
Yes, yeah, that's really the exact one.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
Yeah, it was a really good video. But what I will say is I think Pikmin has the best use of product placement, because product placement in something like Chibi Robo is like, ew. But in a game like Pikmin, it's immediately... They don't actually call it by its title. So like they find an Energizer battery and they're like, a power core. And it's like... Okay. There's two things that make it okay. One, it's the only Nintendo game that does it, aside from Ziplash. But on the other hand...
Got another reason to not like that game.
I feel like the Scott DeWaz video convinced me well enough, considering it drove him insane. But, the thing I like about it is that it instantly gives you the understanding that that planet is Earth. And that, like... The spacemen in Pikmin are like some weird... They're either aliens or they're like an evolution of humans that are just really tiny. And, like, the fact that you can't breathe the air anymore on Earth, and it says a lot about the world, which I really like. You find all that's left of Earth is its like consumerist products. Like all that's left of human civilization is just corporate slop, and I love that idea. I watched WALL-E recently with the girlfriend, and that was really fun too, because I got to like think about what happened to the world. Hi, Turtle. Oh, you blue screened again. Damn. Yeah, I think the new Windows 10 update's fucked. How you doing, man? They make action movies. This won't be any good. Yeah, it might be. So, like, what might happen with it is what happens with a lot of things that I enjoy, and it's that a whole new audience finds it and loves it without any knowledge of the original, and that always hurts me. But, like, it's a common thing, you know? If it's good, if it stands on its own as a piece of art, even if it's schlock, people will still enjoy it. Like that first season of The Witcher, which I knew was trash from the beginning because I'd read the books and played the games, but for someone who doesn't know, to them it probably was great. Good, just chilling. That's good to hear. You know what? You know what's a fun experience? Reading a book. Okay, so I read Fall of Reach like a couple of years, like 4 or 5 years back, which is the first Halo book. And I remember reading it and going, this should be a TV show. This would make for a really good TV show. And then I'm rereading it now, and after the TV show for Halo came out and failed, I'm reading it and going, this should be a TV show. Oh, wait. It's the worst feeling. We're living in an era of dead dreams, where like the thing you want happens, but never in the way you want it to. It's really sad. But then again... Oh, go on.
Couldn't be more happier, because when they dropped the teaser for the third movie and Live and Learn started playing, I liked it a lot.
That's good. This shouldn't have been a TV show. Honestly, like, if I hired a voice actor, if I hired an actor to play Master Chief and they refused to take their You know, if I hired an actor for Master Chief and they refused to have their helmet on at all times, they would be fired. I'd fire their fucking asses. This is, like, you don't get to take the helmet stays on, okay? The helmet fucking stays on. It's like having Judge Dredd take his helmet off. No. Sylvester Stallone was the wrong choice. He looks great in that costume, but if having his helmet off was a requirement of doing the role, he shouldn't have been given the role.
Wait, was a requirement of giving the dude who played Master Chief a role?
One of his requirements is he has to be able to take the helmet off so that he can have his face out there so that people would recognize him. People recognize him all right. That's an anti-sell now. But no, you know what they should have done for Master Chief? They should have had some really tall, big guy play him. Somebody who's like freakishly tall, like a wrestler or something. And then they should have had him say the lines to the best of his ability. And then they should have went in afterwards and dubbed him over with Master Chief's voice actor, like they did with Darth Vader. Darth Vader, they had a tall motherfucker dress up as Darth Vader. They had him say the lines, and then they went and dubbed him over with Mufasa's voice, with James Earl Jones, who died recently. Rip, very sad.
Speaking of Mufasa,
should have Keith David play Darth Vader from now on. I know it's not going to sound like him, but I want it. Did you have the? Oh yeah, you get one of the like 8 people who played the Mountain. That's a good choice. Hell yeah.
So, my parents took me to see Mufasa.
Oh, Jesus. Is James Earl Jones in that?
I don't know, but like, it goes over the backstory, and one of the things I feared while watching in the movie is, like, please don't have Scar turn evil for a stupid reason. And I'd say objectively, it's for a stupid reason. Are you gonna care to watch the movie at all, or can I spoil it for you?
Go ahead. Because okay, here's my understanding of Scar. Scar is a power-hungry, like, Nazi lion. That's all we know about Scar. He is a slimy, power-hungry douchebag who's vaguely Nazi-coded in the original movie.
You want to know why he went evil?
Why?
He got cucked.
That sucks. No, I thought he would...
like, Mufasa was actively... No. He told Mufasa, hey, man, I like this girl lion that we met. And Mufasa was like, okay.
I will sleep with her, says Mufasa.
No. He actively tried helping her out. Like, when he did a bunch of stuff. Like, he saved her, and he said, oh, yeah, Scar did that. He wasn't called Scar in the movie until the end, but I couldn't bear to remember his name.
It's like, to be honest, I love it when they keep the evil-sounding name for characters who are supposed to be good. Like Sinestro from Green Lantern. Like, he was originally a villain, and then in later comics, they did, like, prequel Green Lantern comics where Sinestro was a good guy. It's like, oh, there's my dear friend, Sinestro. I just love that, honestly. I love it when evil-sounding name people are just, like, you see them when they're good guys.
No, but even when the girl lion, again, I'm not going to bother to remember her name, she was like, you're the one who saved me. You're the one who knew what flowers I liked. He went, no, that was Scar. She actively went, no, it was you.
It sounds like the backstory for Alec Baldwin Lion from Madagascar Escape to Africa.
I mean, to be fair, Scar isn't technically Mufasa's brother. It's his adoptive brother. Because in the beginning of the movie, he got washed away by a flood, and he was taken in by a separate pack. But his adoptive dad was like, hell no, he's a stray. So his adoptive mom had to take care of him, and he had to hunt with the female lions. And he ended up becoming a better king than the dude who was supposed to be king. So I guess, yeah, it was also because he was power hungry, because his dad told him, hey, man, you're going to be a king one day. He then proceeded to get killed by a pack of white lions because he's pretty lazy.
All right. I have learned that my apathy towards Mufasa, like, I underestimated how much I don't give a shit. So I've honestly been kind of tuning how much I don't give a shit about Mufasa. I have underestimated how much I don't give a fuck about Mufasa this whole time, and so I've been tuning you out. I'm sorry. Let's talk about something else. That's always the sad thing with movies, is you're like, because like for me, I'll be honest, ever since I nearly got beaten to death at a movie theater, I haven't wanted to go back. That being said, there are a few movies I do want to go see. Like, I want to go see Nosferatu. I hear that's quite good. But, like, whenever my relatives are like, oh, hey, I bought us movie tickets, it's always for some trash. And I'm like, all right, I'll tag along. Like, I watched so much garbage as a kid that I didn't care about or want to see. And every now and again, there'd be that one movie that I really enjoyed that, like, my family did not like, because huge parts of my family just have terrible taste. Like, I remember when we went to go see, like, Peabody and Sherman, and, like, my entire family fell asleep. Or, like, The Pirates, that really good claymation movie. Everyone fell asleep.
Oh.
I watched so much trash as a kid. Good to see you again, friend.
I thought Peabody and Sherman was good.
It's great, but the problem was they only fell asleep during the good movies. All the trash, they were awake for the whole time, and, like, that was good. Like, my mom took me to go see Bohemian Rhapsody, and they loved the movie, and I'm like, this is fucking embarrassing. I piss a lot of people off by saying that. Apparently that movie's well liked. That garbage.
I like the movie, so
look into the real story of Freddie Mercury then, and it'll ruin the movie. Because that's what happened to me. I read an autobiography. I'm like, oh wow, that was an interesting life. I didn't really dig the movie, but
oh my fucking god.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't blue screen again on your friend. You're just having troubles.
I think I might know the issue. I'm looking at my motherboard, and it looks like my the power supply cable isn't in all the way.
My friend Murder, you know who ends up being a real big asshole was Snake Eyes in his own movie. Really?
Right back.
I mean, how can you fuck it up? He's just he's a ninja. That's like the only thing about his character, you know. Transformers Origins, Starscream. Okay, no, actually, I'd totally watch that. I'm actually somewhat interested in the new Transformers movies. They look pretty cool.
I really want to see Transformers 1 because it's on Paramount Plus, and we have Paramount Plus.
You should check it out. I've been wanting to watch Bumblebee and Transformers.
If I watch it with my family, they'll get upset. You know what? I'll give it another week, and if we don't end up watching it for like family movie night or something, I'm just gonna watch it on my own.
If we end up fucking watching Mufasa again, why don't you just like
don't?
Yeah, he's not even mute. Storm Shadow took him in. That guy totally fucked him over. Bumblebee was great. I need to check that out. Oh, adventurers only, is that so? Well, these are trying times, and it's more important than ever to attract capable individuals like yourself. I'm sure that one day my dreams will come to fruition. One day I'll have my own cottage and stables filled with my beloved chocobos. I hope you do one day too. I hope you do as well, friend. I also dream of being a homeowner one day. The residential district Aetheryte for lavender beds can be accessed to the Gridanian Aetheryte. Alright, I think I need to switch over to my Thaumaturge, or my Marauder now. Which means I gotta go hunting. Yeah, I gotta check that out. I've,
God. Ooh. Poor CJ.
What happened?
He disconnected, so I'm assuming he blue screened again.
I think he's having motherboard issues, which is honestly the worst issues you could have.
Well, yeah, I would like to acquire that trait. It said I acquired a trait called All Fours, but I would like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Check your actions and traits menu.
That's gonna be P.
It's gonna be P. Yeah, I was trying to think of, like... Because, like... What was I gonna say? What would I want? Like, if there was a Metroid movie, what would I want it to be? I think I just want the manga, honestly. Just adapt the manga into a movie. And
I have reduced damage taken when I fall. I think that's hilarious. I like that.
Who would I pick to direct it? I'd pick someone else to write it. Oh, you know, would be a great director for the Metroid movie? Robert Rodriguez. He's the guy who directed Battle Angel Alita. He's the guy who directed Sin City. He's like really good at these like special effects heavy movies and making them like good. Like Battle Angel Alita, I actually like more than the anime.
Oh, that was an anime?
Yeah, it was a manga. It started off as a manga. It got an anime. It got like a 2-episode anime adaptation, basically covering what the new movie covers. And then years later, it was basically been in development hell ever since The Matrix came out. But finally, it got passed around from director to director until it ended up with Robert Rodriguez, who made a kick-ass little movie. Battle Angel Alita is really good. I love that movie. Neil Blomkamp. Yeah, Neil Blomkamp. I feel like he would have been a great choice for Halo, but that fell through, sadly. But like for Metroid, I'd probably go with him. Because I think he did such a good job with like Alita, making her like... Okay, I'm gonna say it. I think she is the only example of a Moe character being done well in a Western movie. Like, looking at her and feeling the desire... Like, I don't know, she's cute. She's very cute, and you feel this desire to protect her. And I feel like they kind of nailed the Moe aesthetic in live action using the special effects they did without it being creepy. And I think Samus's story would do really well in that regard.
Wait, was she entirely made of CGI?
Alita, no, just her face. They made her... She's supposed to look like human, but kind of uncanny. Like, her eyes are slightly too big. That's the big thing. Because she's a combination of human parts and the body of an old combat android that the Doctor finds. Also, she's a badass, too.
Alita is one of those movies where I remember liking it a bunch when I watched it, yet I forgot about it. It was like random snippets of the movie that I can remember pop up in my mind to this day, yet I can never remember the name. It's like one of those childhood games that you played that seemingly nobody else played, and you're struggling to find the name of it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the name of everything I played, but yeah, that's...
Alright, then what's the game you ever played?
Rugrats, The Search for Reptar. The Hunt for Reptar. I mean.
What did you think of the Ghost mission?
I never beat it, but I played it. I remember the bowling, I remember chasing down the goose, or the swan, and I remember zapping aliens with, sorry, not bowling, mini golf. And I remember zapping aliens with the TV remote as Angelica. The second game I ever played was Tekken 2.
Shout out to Kadikarus yet again.
Oh, well, yeah.
He uses...
Oh, sorry.
He uses the thing, the soundtrack.
I'm trying to remember his name. Love interest. Yeah, because he's meant to be awful. Hugo. Yeah, Hugo's a terrible person, but Hugo is like he's a product of his environment. The whole point of his character is to show like the horrific exploitation of Zalem. And one of the things they got that really right in the movie. In the old OVA, he's voiced by the same guy who voices Shinji in Evangelion, because he's a whiny little shit.
Who's Hugo?
Hugo's the Alita's love interest. He's the guy who like hunts down cyborgs and like rips the augmentations from their bodies for a living. He's not a good person. The whole point of him is to just show like his whole thing is like meant to. He's the one who like helps Alita understand the level of exploitation that's going on in Zalem. Yeah, honestly, what has Neil Blomkamp been up to? Last thing he made was Chappie, and I remember that like not being good. I mean, I'm a D. Entwood fan, so I liked it, but like that's because I'm a D. Entwood fan. I was. What on earth has he been up to? Feature film. Oh, he made the 2023 Gran Turismo movie. I didn't even know that came out or was a thing.
Yeah, I think it's about this true story where somebody was so good at Gran Turismo that he was taught how to drive a race car, actually.
That actually sounds interesting.
Yeah. I think it's one of those based off of true story movies.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. Neil's style, though, is more like... What's the word? Grimy? Like, his whole thing is,
Who's Neil's style?
Neil Blomkamp, the director. His whole style is like African cyberpunk, is how I describe it. Is just like because of like where he's from and where he records his movies. His movies are all about the contrast of low life and high tech. Usually, it's very grimy, criminal settings full of like sketchy people with a twist of technology or sci-fi thrown in. So, like for example. District 9 is a movie about a man who gets tainted by an alien. Basically, okay, District 9 is so fucking good. District 9 is a story about aliens arriving on Earth. However, they're not... They have like a crazy high-tech spaceship, but when they go in, all the aliens are like living in squalor, and they're like covered in filth and like ridden with disease, and they're not doing well. And then they all leave the spaceship, basically settle into a neighborhood, turning it into a massive alien ghetto, and then the spaceship fucking leaves. So now all these aliens... Or no, the spaceship just stops working and just floats in the air. So now all these aliens are stuck on Earth, and our main character is like a social worker who has to deal with these aliens, but they're like horribly mistreated. So it's very dystopian how they're treated and everything. There's a lot of racism and stuff. But he ends up finding an alien device that causes him to begin to transform into one of the aliens, one of the prawn. And so we get to see what the prawn go through firsthand from our main character's perspective. And it is fucking horrific. Very good movie, though. It has one of my favorite portrayal of sci-fi weaponry, where at one point he like picks up one of the alien guns and just like, what does this do? And he points it at a guy, and the guy just turns into liquid. He just splatters. Like, it's a really fucking awesome action movie too at points, because it's just now all their alien weaponry is synchronized to their DNA. So now, because he's transforming into one of them, he can use their mechs and their vehicles and their weaponry and shit.
What is this called?
District 9.
It sounds like a cooler version of Avatar.
Similar plot. You know, not so much a white savior, because he is. I don't want to say he's a bad person. It's more like he's real. He still has a lot of racism towards the prawn throughout most of the movie, but he wants to get out of his horrible situation. I just realized that's in Horizon. I need to head to Ul'dah if I want to get there. I'm in the wrong area altogether. I need to learn to play.
Why do these characters keep telling me, "Hey there, you see that thing?" Yet it locks my camera.
Elysium's really good too. Elysium is a... Oh, go on.
Sorry. You see that beaconing light? No, because my head is stuck turning a certain degree.
Yeah, it locks you in place for the cutscenes. You can use the left click to look freely, though, I believe. But
no, I use the left click, won't let you see it.
And then another movie by the same director is called Elysium, and that one's really good too. It's about a factory worker who, you know, he's just living his life, but he's in a community that is like ridden with crime. Basically, this is far in the Earth's future. Earth has become covered in pollution, similar to Wall-E, but people are still forced to live on the planet, and only the rich go up to live in the space station orbiting Earth called Elysium. And their technology has continued to advance to the point where, like, any disease is curable through the medical machines that the Elysians possess. And so the main character, he's just, grinding away in his day-to-day life, and he is at a place where they use radiation treatment, and he ends up getting trapped in the radiation treatment room and gets horrible, horrible radiation poisoning. And then he gets let go from his job. And so now he has to dive into the criminal underworld in order to get up to Elysium to basically save himself. And one of the things for his mission, they end up, like, grafting an exoskeleton onto his flesh, which makes him, like, super strong and super fast, but it's also, like, horribly painful because they don't use any anesthetic. So that's what Neil Blomkamp movies typically are about. They're about normal people being put through hellish dystopia. Usually very self-centered characters. Oh, and the guy who plays the main character of District 9 plays the main villain of Elysium, and he is fucking awesome. He's a South African guy, Charlton Copley. He's a wonderful actor. And you see him get, like, his head blown off several times. But because they can just regrow the flesh in Elysium, he's fine. Badass weapons, too, yeah. Oh, God, that fucking... the moment that I always remember is that there's a shootout between a team of mercs and a helicopter. And, like, as the mercs are shooting, there's this one shot where the main character pulls out an AK-47, and the camera, like, locks behind his shoulder and follows him throughout the whole fight scene. And so it almost, like, feels like a video game, but it, like, really... You can feel the action. And it does a really good job of following it. Dude got beefed up for that role, too. Oh, yeah. No, the main character, the main villain of that is just an insane mercenary who's in the pocket of Elysium. Basically, his whole thing is just... He does missions against the poor people on the ground, and he's just a fucking psychopath.
These sewer bowls look really cute.
Right? Trying to think of, like, honestly, if we ever got another Dredd movie, I think Neil Blomkamp would be a great choice as director, just because he just does that cyberpunk style so well because he lived somewhere that was actually cyberpunk.
Do you know who Dubus Goobus is?
Yeah.
I think he just uploaded a video, like literally just uploaded a video called The Hooker Story, and I think I'm gonna watch that once the stream ends.
Oh yeah.
I think my Final Fantasy install might be correct.
Oh, these sewer modes are really cute. Too bad that they're on my hit list.
Yeah. I think you can repair it using the launcher.
Oh, where?
I'd have to launch it. Here, let me... Okay, my launcher's not open. I'll see if I can launch it again from my computer without closing the game, and I'll let you know.
Oh, dude, I leveled up to level 15.
Nice!
Hang on, why is my EXP bar green? Is it supposed to be green?
I don't know what green XP bar means. Okay, hold on. I think it might mean you're getting bonus or something. FF14 green XP bar. Either green or red. Green is when the bonus... Okay. That means that you're going to stop getting bonus XP in the level you're currently in. Oh yeah, Dread's awesome. Like, honestly, if you want what I want out of, like, video game movie adaptations or comic book movie adaptations, Dread and the new D&D movie are perfect examples. Just tell a new story in that world with new characters. Like, if you want to make a Halo movie, don't adapt any of the books, don't adapt the games, just make a new story with new characters. Don't make a new story with old characters, or try to plow over what's already been done. Do something new that still respects the original. Because, like, books have been getting this right for years. There are so many good video game novels. Looking for a task to fill your morning adventure? I might have just the thing if you're not feeling squeamish. Here's the job. I need you to draw 4 bottles with the blood from the mongrels that roam to the south of here. Once you have enough, take the foul fluid to a brass blade by the name of Nononzo. You should find him somewhere along the road of Horizon, bemoaning his terrible fortune, no doubt. Happy hunting. Diddly-dee-dee-doo. Hello, Zuzutiro. Because yeah, like, there's a million and one. Like, I don't know. I just the history of video game movies has always been the history of like, let's do what was already done, but let's do it our way, and it's usually worse. Like, we could have another Max Payne movie, just don't try to redo what the games have already done. Do something new and interesting, you know? Zuzutiro has a profitable proposition for you. Greetings, adventurer. If you have a moment to spare, I have a proposition that's guaranteed profitable and legitimate. That's guaranteed profitable and legitimate both. Tell me, do you know what a pasty is? It is the scalekin that looks like a snake, except it gets around on 4 legs. Creatures are wont to petrify their prey with dreadful gaze before moving in for the kill. It did work out for The Last of Us. They just changed a little bit. Yeah. Because, okay, at the end of the day, what I will say is that, in essence, that's what I want. However, at the end of the day, if you're good, if it's good, it's good. Like, that's something that a lot of internet nerds kind of get up their own ass about. They're just like, do it this way, do it that way, do it this way. But it can be done anyway, as long as it's done well, you know? Like with The Last of Us and Battle Angel Alita, they're just adaptations, but they're done so well by the people that are making it that it comes out good. I want to get my hands on their eyes of the serpent they're called, and I need someone who knows how to handle deadly wildlife to do the procuring for me. If you could slay some of the beasts and bring me 4 of their eyes, I'll see to it you're well rewarded. Yeah, it's, because, yeah, you're totally right. It's like, well, this thing exists and it's good, and it's like, yeah, that's because skilled people did it, you know? I'm just thinking, like, the whole thing I gotta say, just be respectful. Like, stop trying to change shit. Stop being like, oh, we don't, like, hearing from the director of the Last of Us show that they didn't want their actors to play the games was fucking, like, embarrassing. Like, oh my god, are you serious? Most dire happenings are afoot, a most grave and treacherous trespass. Some unprincipled knave has been filching supplies from the storeroom. In order to apprehend this morally challenged rapscallion, I have procured 4 iron leg traps. To be completely honest, however, I am not entirely certain how these things work. Would you be so kind as to set them up for me? Once you are done, please report to my fellow brass blade Chekazon. He'll want to know that his traps are being put to proper use. Yeah, right now I'm just collecting quests from this area. I'll get organized here in a moment. But yeah, no, totally. I just know that how do I put it? I'm just saying, if you're not good at what you do, it'll probably do better for, if you're unskilled as a director, I could say, or you're new, or you're just not good at what this thing is good at. Like, let's say they get someone who's really good at fantasy movies to direct, like, Phoenix Wright. Like the new Phoenix Wright, American Phoenix Wright movie that's coming out.
Huh?
Like, it's not going to happen, but let's say they do. Tell an original story. Tell a story that hasn't been told before with Phoenix Wright, and tell a story that plays to your skills. It's like, let's say you're this is purely hypothetical, but this has happened in the past. Like, they get directors who, like, either make garbage or, like, aren't good at what this thing is about. Like, hold on, let me... Halo show... Like, the famous example I can think of is the Warcraft movie, which I like, but I like it because it's just... How do I put it? It's just putting the story that I already like on screen. The director is Duncan Jones. Duncan Jones is known for sci-fi movies. Oh shit, he's David Bowie's kid? Are you serious? That's crazy. Did not know that Duncan Jones was related to David Bowie. Anyways, Duncan Jones, sci-fi director. He makes sci-fi movies. He made Moon and Source Code. And then he was put on the Warcraft movie, and, like, it didn't play to any of his skills. He makes slow, suspenseful sci-fi movies. Or you could take, for example, Rian Johnson with Star Wars The Last Jedi. Rian Johnson makes witty... he makes mystery movies. That's like, he makes, like, he made the fucking Knives Out series. Those are, like, whodunits. He likes movies that are very twisty and turny and all about that kind of thing. And so when his Star Wars movie tried to be a Star Wars movie and failed, he should have instead tried to tell a more original story. He should have told a whodunit, a mystery story maybe, but he had to continue the Star Wars narrative, and so he wasn't actually able to play to his skills as a director, and as a result, we got the second worst Star Wars movie. A fine day to you, adventurer. My name is Totonawa. I am in charge of assigning local leave quests here at Horizon. Hi, Mr. Witty. We're talking about, like, film directors and how they should play to their strengths. So yeah, if you're somebody, like, given a video game movie, and you're a director or a producer, and you're good at one kind of thing, turn to those strengths. Try to make something that you're good at while still being in the universe. It's something that what's his name? Basically guy who saved Star Wars multiple times. I'm trying to remember his fucking name. Shit. Hold on. Clone Wars showrunner. Dave Filoni. Something Dave Filoni said about Clone Wars was that any kind of story can be a Star Wars story. And I think that applies to a lot of different settings. You can just tell a story in the setting. You don't got to constantly tell the same story over and over again. Like, you can make a story about a librarian in the world of Cyberpunk. I'm sure they have libraries somewhere. Or a car salesman, you know? And you can make any kind of story you want in your setting as long as it doesn't conflict with the setting, you know? And so if you're a director who's like, okay, I got to make a Halo movie, I don't know, let's say they exclusively make a story about, like, government, like procedurals, you know? They make things like House of Cards or basically stories about business people screwing each other over. You probably shouldn't make a story about the Master Chief. You should instead make a story about Oni, you know? There's these universes exist and you can do a lot with them. Actually, who is the Halo? I want to know that. Who is the Halo showrunner? Crazy bastard they are. Oh, it had like several different ones. Okay. Developed by Kylie Killen and Stephen Kane. Kyle Killen. Let's check you out. What have you made? Career. And then again, at the end of the... Oh! he was responsible for the Netflix adaptation of Death Note. And then there's just some people you shouldn't fucking hire. What do you think about Starship Trooper movie? Which one? I like the original. Not the original. Okay, so... Starship Troopers, that was from the director. It's the RoboCop director. One of my all-time favorites. I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. Paul Verhoeven. Paul Verhoeven, I think that movie's amazing. It's functionally, it's so inaccurate to the source material, but I love it for what it is. It really feels like an adaptation of the source material for the current times, because some stories just don't work outside of their time periods. Like, the original Starship Troopers is all about celebrating the military, celebrating military domination, and celebrating, like, veterans. But that only works in the time period it was created, which was post-World War II. So when you make Starship Troopers today, you gotta change some shit, otherwise the story comes across as, like, propaganda. You know, like, you couldn't make Dirty Harry today. It wouldn't come across as well. Many good things change many things. Yeah, exactly. So in that case, what they did was they took a flawed story and improved upon it. They did the same thing with Dune. The new Dune adaptations are great because they actually changed things about the source material that was terrible. Because ultimately, like I said, if it's good, it doesn't matter how you make it, as long as it's good, right? But there was fundamental flaws with the source material in both of those cases that, when changed, and were improved upon. I have not seen nor read Man in High Castle yet, though. I am very excited, though. I know it influenced the new Wolfenstein, and I love those games' aesthetic. Hey, baby, how's it going?
It's going. I missed you.
I missed you too. How you doing? You high?
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm hungry.
She's also hungry. You should go get something to eat, baby.
Yeah. Okay, well, how's it going?
Pretty good. We're talking about, like, movie adaptations and stuff.
I am currently blue screening a lot.
But yeah, you should.
Yeah.
But Panseep says hi.
Hi.
But yeah, I guess my takeaway of all of this is that don't adapt unless you absolutely have to, because adaptations are very challenging and easy to get wrong. It is easier to make a side story that can stand on its own 2 feet without being compared. But if you're good at what you do, you can do whatever you want. If you're Paul fucking Verhoeven or Quentin fucking Tarantino, you can do whatever the hell you want because you're a good director, you know? Like, I don't know. We kept hearing about that. We kept hearing about that Tarantino Star Trek, though. That is something that I think is going to be interesting to watch if that ever comes out. And that's the other thing. I was thinking about remakes. I remember when the Crow remake was happening, and I think if you're going to do a remake, which I think you shouldn't, but if you're going to do one, stick someone who has a very unique identity on it. Because if it was Quentin Tarantino's The Crow or Robert Rodriguez's The Crow, I might have taken an interest in it. Kind of like with Nosferatu. Nosferatu is a movie I actually really enjoy, the old one. The new one, directed by... I always forget his fucking name. Robert Eggers, who directed The Lighthouse, The Witch, The Northman, all 3 of which are some of my favorite movies. Just fucking great choice. Stick someone who's talented on it, you know? Welcome back, Ghost. Man in High Castle. Man High in Castle, that'd be me. It shall be a simple one, mind you.
The game.
Also, adaptations are also forgiven if you're changing the medium. So, like, a good example of... Like, I think what's funny about both Battle Angel Alita and... what was the other one I really liked? Edge of Tomorrow, both of which are really good adaptations of manga, is they're adaptations of a manga. They're basically taking a Japanese comic and making an American movie out of it, you know? Both of which did amazing work. High Castle Mayonnaise. Edge of Tomorrow is like one of my all-time favorites. I love that movie. It shall be a simple one, mind you, before I can permit you to undertake official duties. It is essential that you prove yourself of sound body and mind. Hey, you know a movie that probably needs that... you know what movie does not hold up purely because of, like, the historical context? Iron Man. I rewatched Iron Man the other day. Holy shit. I wanted Tony Stark to die. I hated that motherfucker. Because he is the exact kind of scumbag that's ruining our world right now. In the early part of that movie. Like, oh my god. What a piece of shit. It does not hold up. Like, because back then it was supposed to be kind of like, oh, he's an asshole, but, you know, like, he's an asshole with a heart of gold. That's kind of Tony's whole character early on. But today, because we know real people that actually behave that way in what they do to the world, it's not funny anymore. I was talking about that. The difference between a villain that's fun to watch and a villain that's not fun to watch is your villain somebody you already know in real life? Like, Kratos doesn't upset me because I've never been fucked over by a Kratos. I am fucked over every day of my life by a Tony Stark. Yeah, no, for real.
It's really cool when you're hiding as a rogue. Like, if you're hiding, if you currently have hide on, then you don't ruffle the grass.
That's awesome.
Whether it be an oversight that accidentally worked, or just something they put in general, that's pretty cool.
My lord. Here we are with Pasties Crave. But yeah, no, it's that exact... Yeah, they make a character about it, but like... And the thing is, the problem with Tony is that, yes, he does get better, but he's still smug about what he is. And it's like, no, what you are is terrible.
Oh my god, there's somebody in here called YouTubes.
Like, there's never a moment where Bruce Wayne's like, I'm rich and I'm great. Aren't I wonderful because I'm rich? I'm a billionaire philanthropist playboy. Aren't I awesome? Aren't I great? Like, Bruce is never like that. When he is like that, he's playing a character. Tony is like that, and he believes it. Like in Avengers 1, Tony is still fucking insufferable. Yeah, because it doesn't matter if you have a heart of gold, because I know that asshole in real life. I get to fill in the blanks, whereas Bruce Wayne is like so special and like I don't think there are any Bruce Waynes in real life. Like, I don't think Bruce Wayne exists. But I know Tony Stark. One of them owns Twitter. I know Tony Stark, so one of them owns Twitter. Since you're here, might as well make yourself useful. The Orborn swimming around the site has disrupted the Thaumaturge's work, which means we have to slaughter the lot of them. You can help us by culling 6 of the beast. Let me know when you've finished. Thank you, Todoruna. Right, before we begin, let's go ahead and check our Mappo. You guys like that? Mappo?
I made it. If you like it, then I made it, and if you don't like it, then he made it.
Even if he did exist, you wouldn't know. Yeah, because like Bruce is somebody who's like, I'm going to just like I'm a billionaire, yes, but I will burn that to the ground if it means that I can make the world a better place, because I am basically possessed by a desire to help people that will destroy me. He's like Max Payne if he was a super. Well, I mean, it's kind of he's kind of like that typical noir archetype now that I think about it. Cannot initiate. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to leave the party. That's okay.
That's okay. I'm not in it anyways.
I'm reinstalling the game.
I'll say as I start violently sobbing.
Okay. From dwarves for some reason. Really? Dwarves are awesome. That's why I respect Whiplash as a movie, but I can't watch Whiplash as a movie. It upsets me too much because I know Terrence Fletcher's IRL.
Oh, we lost Pansy.
Damn. What a shame. He was a good man. What a rotten way to die. Connecting on Leave Quest rewards. Yup, Leave Quest duty. Yep. Leave Quest difficulty. Yep. So yeah, that's the way you level up in, Oh, hold on. Can I turn this in? Oh, I'm not the right level yet. Okay. Well, let's, do I have any level 9s? Level 9 quests? I do not! Alright, Oh, man. Oh, God, I need to sit down and watch the Attack on Titan movie one of these days. I hear it is, like, offensively bad. We got a level 5 quest in Lenosha. Let's see if we go take care of that. What do you, Arden, what game are you playing? Oh, those guys. Yeah, those are Lalafell. Totally. Yeah, there's just a lot of them. A lot of them in Ul'dah. They're fairly common. Are you a safe or a bad Hatsune Miku? Oh man, Project Diva 2nd's fucking awesome. That game is so much, like, I like it so much better than the first one. I feel like I'm cheating though. Oh wait, no, don't play the song. Oh shit, hold on. No, please. What? Chrome! I was just getting my music ready for my break, and then Chrome's like, time to play the song, and I'm like, no, for my break, stupid.
Stop it. No.
But no, I'm loving Project Diva 2nd. I'm really glad my eyes were open and that wasn't a bug. That was really embarrassing, actually, but... Oh yeah, I was going to tell you how to get the repair tool going. So, on the upper right corner of your launcher, click the gear. And then...
Oh, I'm already reinstalling the entire thing.
Okay.
And... repair tool.
Yep. Okay.